gangs and interpersonal relationships, more specifically respect the set, and we have to talk about gangs and interpersonal relationships. Mr. LGreenlee, Mr. Britton, and Mr. Davis. And of course, Mr. Davis, before we had our final commercial break, we told you that we give you an opportunity when we came back to talk about the topic itself, respect the set. Exactly what do we mean when we talk about that, dealing with gangs and interpersonal relationships?
The respect the set, like I said, is about trying to rejoin us as a family, as a team, as a community, where the gangs initially was supposed to be here to protect the community, was supposed to be here to provide for the community. Then it got out of whack because of animosity, drug money, and whatnot. The same thing that killing us, and it ain't no gang. Everybody know what's going on. It's the drugs and the materialistic that we chasing with no substantial future whatsoever, you know. And it may not be education. It may not be that you're an athlete, or it might be the home training, or what's instilled in you as a person. Or maybe you ain't bumped your head hard enough or been hurt, or maybe had to understand. But the only thing we want to say is for respect is set. Why are you brothers killing each other over a different color? When at the same time, you know, you got his mama crying, you got his mama crying, and ain't nobody winning. We are the only people in this society that has no unity. Look at every other ethnic background. We, as African Americans or black people, have no unity. So respect his, so he can respect yours. If you don't give none, you don't get nothing back.
And so you would buy into that, Mr. Britton?
Most definitely, sir. I think that it's time for the African-American race to pull together, because without African-American race, there is no America. America is all races, not just one. So I think, with that being said, it is our time. It is our time with being the election of a new president. We being born and able to witness such history. It ain't about the color. It's not about the color. But it's now, with that being happening, it's time for us to come together. And I think that when it comes to our gangs, when it comes to our race, we all are jealous of one another. We all have envy towards one another for no apparent reason. You know, so what we have to start doing is figuring out, well, let's put all our money together and buy back some of these stores. Let's put all our money together to open up some businesses. Let's put the Bloods in the hair shop. Let's put the Crips on in car washes. Let's put the Gangster Disciples on in hair shows, you know. So that's the kind of thought that Davis3 is trying to put into our boys' mind. I mean, and when it comes down to different sexes, you know, the different sexes also plays a big role in today's society. There are females, young females, that are being a part of a gang. And one of the initiation process, not for all gangs, is that they have to have sex with so many men in order to become a part of the gang. You know, so I think that it's time for our American women, our American men, to step up, quit talking, and let's go to them and let's offer them different solutions. If we want them to stop something, we're going to have to replace it with something.
You know, Mr. Greenlee, one thing that he mentioned here, and I think Mr. Davis sort of proved of it when he touched his shirt, indicating the election of Mr. Obama. What have you seen in your own experiences that this the election of this particular individual has done in terms of the individuals that you know who are members of these gangs?
Well, let's say it like this. It's up to me as an older guy to give these guys the thought is that, listen, there's no more excuses.
Okay, good.
Okay, there's no more excuses. Let's quit talking about this and talking about, you know, I said the other day, I said, man, why we keep complaining about what the government is not doing when we're not doing ourselves? You know, it's just like if I was to apply for a grant, okay? After I get the grant, then if it runs out, I'm through. But if I apply for a grant, I need to try to make the grant meet me where I can keep going in case the grant runs out. So we got the government doing all that they can, but they can't do the whole thing. Okay, so what I'm saying, I look at him and I want him to say this. Why are we putting this city together? The reason why we're putting this city together is because I know that once you give them boys a reason not to kill each other, what's the reason not to kill? I mean, what is the reason? Give me a reason right now why they shouldn't. Everybody say it starts in the home. But how can it start in the home when the home never had it?
Okay.
Wait a minute. Now, see, it sounds good when we on TV and pointing fingers talking about it starts at home. But what about these kids and these parents who never had an education, had a kid when they were 13, now they got 5 and they're 21, and now you got a boy that's a man because he got children.
Okay.
He's an ex-felon. He has no other resources. What is he supposed to do? The baby cry, the mama complain, and he has no money. But we got to get real. We got to get tough. We got to get real and get back. And see, I went and bought me some tennis shoes now. I went and bought me some tennis shoes, some jeans. So I don't really own that kind of stuff. But I did because now I want to say I got to spend the next couple of years on the streets. You know, I want everybody to meet me on the street. Okay, that's where we're going. Let's take this thing to the street. And people who got resources, let's begin to talk to these women one by one in their apartments. If they don't have the skills, the education, let's give them to them right there on the spot. You tell them to leave to go get it. They don't have transportation. Don't have a babysitter. How can they ever lead the projects? So we got to bring this stuff to the projects. We got to bring it to the inner city. We got to bring it where it's at risk. And there's a lot of us who have these resources, man. We're sitting back, trying to make ourselves look good, hoarding this money, and not really sharing the money. It says riches is for to be generous. That's what riches is for. Okay? It's to be generous. So if you're sitting here rich, and you give something every now and then to United Way, every now and then the Red Cross, okay? Okay, yeah, take that same 10% that you give to churches. And let's start giving that 10% to certain organizations, certain things. Let's just try something different. Let's say this. It's good that what doesn't work. There's a lot of programs out there that's good, a lot of them. But they're just like mine. They can't get the proper money and resources to do what they know they need to do. So all we do is just hope, hope, hope. These boys are saying, look here, man, quit giving me that false hope. Don't let me do like you. You talking about this stuff working for you and this is all you have from it, and you try to give it to me? You tell me to retire from a job, and I see you retire, and you got to have a part-time job to pay your bills? What happened? That's where we at. You know, so he need to say some more about respect the set because he is the artist for that.
Okay, you know? and I'd also like for him to, since he keeps reaching at this Barack Obama T-shirt, I'd also like to have him to say, what does that mean to you, his election?
Everything. That should mean everything to the world. To us as a people and from what we've been through and where we are, it ain't no getting rid of us. So you gonna help us back to where we supposed to be, or it's just gonna be total chaos for the rest of the world. Ends or however it is. This should motivate any man that has a man inside of him that wants to make a change. Because if you don't want to be part of the change, then you're gonna be part of the problem. The problem. Not only being part of the problem, if you ain't gonna be part of the change with us, then that means you're gonna become one of our enemies. Meaning, if you don't want to help us, and you're hurting your own kids.
So you see the election of President Obama as a real opportunity for individuals who might be going the wrong direction to get back on the track.
Like I said, any man that calls himself a man, there is no excuse no more. There are no reasons for you to say we can't, they don't, we can't. None should never come out your mouth. Now, it's either you make the change, look in the mirror, and make the change so we can change this and respect the set.
Respect the set. Some final statements, Britton, in reference to what we're talking about here.
Well, Galaxy Star, we on a movement. We have started a movement. The movement's actually been in place for about 8 years now. But 2009 is our year that it is time for us to reap everything that we've sown into our communities. What we're doing is just Respect the Set CD. We need every gang member to come together on this CD. If you're not a gang member, if you are part of any organization, this CD is meant solely to bring our gangs together. We ain't telling nobody to drop your flag, get out of the gang, because that's just not happening. That's just not going to happen. What we're telling you to do is change your reason, change your thoughts, change your actions, what you do inside the gang. So this CD is going to be a powerful movement because we're just bringing everybody together.
And so in a real sense, this is a recording that transcends all the opposition and conflict between gangs because it's a common group of information that everybody can buy into. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, that's right.
And of course that you are the author, the creator, in a real sense, Mr. Greenlee, of this particular CD. What's the name of the CD? Say something about that.
The name of the CD is Respect the Set.
Respect the Set.
The name of the CD is Respect the Set. And look out for the DVD, and then look out for the tour.
And where can they get it?
Well, they can get it at Galveston.va.
Okay. And of course, let me thank you, our audience, and let us encourage you to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comics. Thank you, and good morning.